So, date for today, make sure you have that in your book. Today is the 20th of October. All right, I need devices to be at 45. You don't need them. I need headphones out of ears. Yes. The 20th, isn't it? Oh, on the board? No, it's not. Should I fix it? I know you guys are very particular. Yeah. Oh, I got like 2 days off. Oops. Just put your brain cells. Alright. Fix that. Is that okay? Should I fix this over here too? Yes. Oh, it's fell down. Alright. Happier?
No.
Actually, let me close the blinds a bit too, so it's a little bit easier to see.
Have you smelled all of it?
I'm gonna try to cover that so you can see a bit better.
Just curry birds. My dad.
There we go, you guys see that a bit better. All right. Okay, so we should have the date written down. We should have the learning intention written down in our books today. What we're going to be doing is defining voltage. Yeah, I know it's an again because we didn't quite finish the last lesson. And we're going to explore how it behaves. Better? Better?
Yes.
We're going to explore how it behaves in series. All right, for the do now today, I had you guys draw this circuit. I think it was this circuit. Not? The bulbs are on the side? Yes, you were right. Okay. Let me get it the way you guys had it. All right, that's our circuit. So, what does this circle with the X mean? Light bulb, good. What does this two little dots mean? It's a switch. Yeah? Is that switch open or closed? Closed, because we see a complete circuit. So the question that I asked you guys is, would the light bulbs turn on? So Lisa's got the right idea. She's shaking her head no. Why do you think it will? It's closed. So Lisa, why won't it turn on? It doesn't have a battery. No power source. So the answer to this is no. Now, what I want you guys to think about is the difference between an achieve level answer and a merit level answer. So achieve level answer, you're able to look at that circuit and you're able to tell me yes or no. No, it's not going to turn on. A merit level student can take it one step further. We're trying to learn. A merit level student can take it one step further and give me the reason why. So Lisa gave me the reason why. It was because no battery. So I love the word because. There is no battery. If you also want to say power source, I would accept that as well, because sometimes we don't have batteries, we just plug them into the wall. But these light bulbs, unfortunately, will not turn on. Cool? Yeah. All right, moving on? Yeah. All right, don't worry, I will scan these notes so you can put them, I'll put them online in case you miss out. I still see actually some pens going, so I might leave it up there for another second or two. But I'll stop the recording. Just gonna move on. All right, so this FET website is linked on Google Classroom. I'll show you that at the end, actually. But let's look at this guy again. So what I want you guys to do, again, if you want to use the equipment, you can. But I also, like I said, have it all on the device as well through FET. It's nice to be able to kind of see it through FET because you can see the electrons move and things like that. But if you want to use the equipment, that's fine as well. So you don't need to go onto that website just yet. I'm just showing you the setup so you guys know how to do it. So that first one on that piece of paper, when you look down on it, it has how many light bulbs?
3.
3. So I'm connecting up 3 light bulbs. Like that. So that way it matches what I have on that worksheet. And there's several different things I want you guys to measure. So when we look at that worksheet, I want you to measure the voltage of the battery. So the way we do that is we grab now the voltmeter. Slightly different piece of equipment. Last time you guys grabbed the amp meters, which is this guy or this guy, depending which one you wanted. So the way to hook up a voltmeter is you have these 2 little ends, and we're going to put one on one side of the battery and one on the other side of the battery. And then you write down the value that you see there. So if I go back to my sheet here, what was that voltage in the battery? 9V. If you want, you could write 9.00V. I'm not too fussed. All right, next one. So you see how we have 3 light bulbs, and I've labeled them A, B, and C. I first want you to measure the voltage of light bulb A. So the way you're going to do that is you're going to move the little black and red bits, and we're just going to put the black one before light bulb A and the red one after light bulb A, and we're going to read the voltage on there. So that's going to be 3V. All right. I want you guys to fill in the rest of the sheet. So figure out what light bulb B is going to be, what light bulb C is going to be. I want you to do 2 light bulbs at once, A and B and C. And then the last one is all 3 light bulbs. And I want you to see if you can notice a pattern. We also have 2 light bulbs in series and 1 light bulb. And then after you've made those observations, I want you to think about these statements here and decide whether or not you think those statements are true or false. All right? So we'll move back to our screen. Once you have that finished, I have a SciPad sheet just to reinforce what you guys have talked about or what you've discovered to make sure you understand it. So the SciPad sheet and the FET are the 2 engagement tasks for this, the other 2 engagement tasks for this lesson. So let me know once you get that done. If you find this a little bit too challenging, I do have some Twinkle worksheets that you can do instead. Okay? So call me over if you find it a little too hard. FET. Oh, thank you for reminding me. So the FET website, you guys can find if you go onto your Year 9 Google Classroom. And we're going to this lesson number 6 here. And under the instructions, I have put the link to that FET website. Okay? I will also grab out the equipment if you guys would rather build it and investigate with the actual hardware. Okay? Cool. That is everything for now. Okay. So, what I want you guys to be mindful of, those that work with the equipment, your numbers are going to be slightly different from mine because I'm using the FET software numbers. But the pattern you're looking at is the same. All right? Yeah, just different numbers to work with, but the calculations still work the same. I'm going to give you the answers, or do you want to go with me? Yeah. All right. So, voltage overall is 9 volts from the battery. I know some people have different numbers, and that's okay. The main thing I want you to see is the patterns, okay?
Okay.
The FET is going to be much more accurate than the equipment because the equipment does vary a little bit. All right, so first light bulb we saw was 3 volts. What was the second light bulb?
3.
It was 3 as well. I know some of you guys got 4 because you were working with the equipment. All right, C, what'd you get?
3.
3 again.
It's all free.
It's all 3. What do you guys notice? If
Free.
there's 3 light bulbs,
Plus 3.
they're all 3 volts.
And they're all the same size.
And they're all the same size. So what I did was I took 9 volts and I divided it by 3. So there's a split. So we see how in a series circuit that voltage gets split. If I measured A and B together, I did 3 plus 3, so what was that? 6. And if I did B and C together? 6 as well. And if I did A, B, and C? 9. So do you see how with that voltage, it's a cumulative? All right, this next one here was the similar, but instead of having 3 light bulbs, I only had 2. We still had a 9-volt battery, but what was light bulb D? That was 4.5. What about E? 4.5. Do you see how this one has more voltage than this one? So instead of dividing the 9 by 3, I divided 9 by 2. There's only 2 light bulbs. All right, D and E
9.
was 9. All right, if I only had the 1 light bulb there, 9 volts, did it get all 9 volts? Yeah, because it was brighter than the others. So what we have learned is the more voltage, the brighter my light bulbs are. The less voltage, the dimmer they are. All right, so looking at these statements, in a series circuit, did the voltage get shared? Yes, it did. Did the sum of the voltages equal the supply voltage? So if I added all the light bulbs? Yep. In a series circuit, did the voltage divide? Yeah, it did. Was the brightness of the light bulbs related to the voltage? Yes, it was. And then if I added more light bulbs, did I get less voltage? Yes, I did, because I had to divide it amongst more light bulbs. All right. The other thing that you guys had that I handed out, some of you guys have finished, and that is this sheet here. I'll quickly jot down the numbers so you are aware, but that was 10. This one was 5. That one was 5, because we're dividing it by 2. This one you work backwards. It was 3 volts here. This light bulb is 3 volts. 3 plus 3? 6 volts. This one here, same thing. 3. This one was 3 volts. That is 6 volts. It was the same question. All right. Last one here. We had 3 volts. Now these 2 light bulbs are different.
What's the top one?
10. All right. We see how that's 3. That one's 9. So this has to be the difference between the 2. So 6 was just a common answer. Which of these 2 light bulbs will be brighter? Bulb 2 or bulb 1?
Bulb 2.
Bulb 2. How do we know that? What's the voltage?
3.
That one's 6, that one's 3. So this one's brighter because it has more voltage. It'll be twice as bright. All right? Bulb 2. Because
2 volts.
it has more voltage. All right, let me just grab my box. So, we've done our FET worksheet, we've done our SciPad. What I want you guys to do so I can check your engagement and also make sure you guys have the right information is hand it into my box right here. Make